An office supply company sells X heavy-duty paper shredders per year and makes a profit of P of X equals negative X squared over 30 plus 270X minus 90,000 for X between 0 and 9,000. Find the maximum possible profit and determine the number of shredders that should be produced. Now, we have a continuous function on a closed interval, so we can use the closed interval method. The first thing we'll need to do is differentiate our function so we can figure out what the critical numbers are. Now, if we differentiate, the derivative of x squared is 2x. 2x over 30 is the same as x over 15 with that negative sign out front. So we've got minus x over 15 plus the derivative of 270x is just 270. And the derivative of a constant disappears. So we've got this. This is never going to be undefined, so our only critical number is going to happen when it equals 0. Now I'm going to add the x term to both sides just to move that on the right and have everything be positive. And then to get x alone, we multiply both sides by 15, and that'll give us 4,050. That's our only critical number, so we're going to need to evaluate the function at 4,050. And also at the endpoints, which were 0 and 9,000. The easiest to evaluate is at 0, because when x is 0, the first two terms go away, and we're left with negative $90,000, which is not a nice profit. Right? If they don't sell any shredders at all, what's happened is that they have to pay the production costs for whatever that machinery is to make the shredders and any associated costs, but they're not making any profit. So of course that's going to be a negative number if they're not selling anything. Now we have the other ones as well. Let's evaluate this at 4,050, and I am simply going to plug that into a calculator. I end up getting $456,750. That is a much nicer profit than negative 90,000. And then we'll use our calculator to evaluate this function at 9,000. And I end up with negative 360,000. That is a situation where in order to sell 9,000 of these shredders, they had to make the price so low that they weren't making as much as it cost to produce them. So we've got another very negative number. And so that maximum profit came from our critical number. So we were asked to find the maximum possible profit and the number of shredders that should be produced. So the maximum profit is $456,750, and 4,050 shredders should be produced. And that's that.